Welcome to the Vic High Country and welcome to A Fire to Talk. This is not the interview bit, that's going to be in the next video. This video is us, or me, with boys from Aussie Arvos. It's Liam, Pat's off somewhere. Camping, talking, cooking, the whole lot. So there will be a recipe in this, but more than anything it's just about hanging out and having a good time. So we've just had a really good time going, and we drove Blue Rag. Deleke did quite well actually, and we went up to Hotham where it's bloody snowy and freezing cold. It's warmed up nicely now, so it's probably 10 degrees. It was -2 this morning, and yeah, we've actually genuinely came across this campsite with a pile of wood stacked by the fire. Grabbed a few other small bits and then light up, and yeah, I think I'm gonna start cooking pretty soon. So just a reminder, somewhere in this episode there is a code word and you can win a copy of my cookbook. Also, right now on YouTube, don't leave this video, stay on this video, but on YouTube right now on the Aussie Arvos channel is a video of basically leading up to this video. So go and check that out. We do some fun fall driving, beautiful views, lots of clouds, lots of coldness, just fun though. So go and check it out. They've got an awesome YouTube channel. They make really good videos. Now let's carry on with the video. This video ends at a pub. So that's our end goal, is a bloody good, iconic pub. So, got myself a new awning. Bush Company 180 XT, which creates I would have got a 270, but that door's in the way. So it creates a 270 because the door acts as an awning. Very similar to what I've got in my Prado. Need to get some hooks for the end, but I haven't yet. Left my Zippo in the fire the other day. Thankfully I got it in time. What are you boys up to?
We are
making some lunch.
Salad rolls.
Salad rolls.
Yep. Keeping it simple. A bit of a favourite for us is the old salad rolls. It's just easy, tastes good, easy, healthy. Yeah,
that's
you
pretty
could argue.
healthy.
Yeah. And you can make it in 2 seconds flat.
That's
so
it.
Like when you're on the
No
side of
cooking.
the track, you just whip it out, pull the ingredients out and put it together. And yeah.
Mint.
What's a treat?
What do you have for lunch? Do you want one? Or
I made a wrap earlier.
oh, okay, sweet.
Good.
Alright, fire's going, got some water on the boil. And then, in a minute, I'll get the, gonna make some brine to do a chicken. And we're gonna make a tripod as well, so that'll be fun. This does not need to be anything special.
What's it supporting?
Oh, just a chicken?
Oh,
But
just the bare bones hanging chicken.
Yeah. I've got like a million proper cooking tripods, but that's what we're using today. Alright. So, make a brine for the chicken, so you get half a lemon. Hot water, so this is to 1.2 litres of water. Chuck your lemon in there. You want 100 grams of salt, I think. From memory, it's quite a lot of salt. Yeah, 100 grams of salt. So, I'm just going to guess that, which is about probably that much. Fair bit. Some peppercorns. 20 peppercorns, so some peppercorns. Oh, that's wrong. It's supposed to be 4 peppercorns. That's for the 12 litres recipe. My bad. I'll be a little bit peppery. Thyme, didn't bring it, don't care. Honey, and 3 cloves of garlic. Easy.
How long have you been doing this again?
Yeah. I'm trying out some new bags. There's a Kelmat one, it's a little bit cheaper than the ones I usually use in Perth. And they've been great. I use my chainsaw bag and stuff. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. These are huge cloves. It doesn't really matter if there's a little bit of skin on them because you're not going to eat the garlic. It's just going to sit in there with the chicken. In fact, you can just do that if you want. Now I didn't put all of the water in, so I deliberately only put in like half the water that's needed. And what I'll do, the reason for that is because I need to put the chicken into it when the chicken's cold. So, sorry, when the brine's cold. So what you do is you mix all of your brine mixture up in a small amount of hot water, then you add cold water so that it cools down faster. But you need the hot water initially to make everything get to know each other. Now I'll leave that to get cold, which shouldn't be too hard out here. Put that in the shade. I'll come back to it in half an hour or something. Cheers for 11, boys. Calmat, if you're watching, the boys have decided they want some of these bags too. You want some bags? Do you want some Calmat bags?
Look in front of you, live.
Yeah, so you've been enjoying the like live cooking?
Yeah,
Oh
awesome.
yeah, it's unreal.
You guys are just like last night, you're like, oh wow, this is like relaxing.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's so, I mean we're pretty lucky at home, like our mum's very good in terms of cooking us from
Yeah.
but we're always used to cooking when we go camping, so
Yeah.
it's different when someone's like, no, I've got it covered, you just...
Yeah, it's
you
weird.
just
It's
relax.
honestly, it's kind of weird just sitting back and just.
I agree,
Get
man. When
done.
someone cooks some at camp, I'm like, what do I do with my hands?
But that's the thing, like, cooking is such a major part of camping. Like, you know.
Oh,
around
it's-
fire.
For you boys, I'm washing up.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I think that honey is going to go in now. No.
Oh, we should have even bought you them, because we have our own beehives at home and we
Oh, really?
get our own honey, and it's really nice honey.
It is, what's it, 2?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, time for a sneaky CB code. What do you want? You want the VBs?
Yeah, I'm a grubby Victorian.
That is, yeah, visitors' beers, we call them.
I've had a few different names. The list goes on. Vomit bombs, virus beaters. That was a pretty popular term in
that's
June.
good.
Yeah, I
I
drank
like
a lot of
virus
these,
beaters.
and I never got COVID once. So
It's impressive. No, I drank a lot of these and I haven't got COVID.
yeah,
so-
well, well, the only reason I enjoy drinking them, and I probably could find something that tastes better, but like for a while I was just on like the Carlton Dries, which are a very sort of mild beer, like they don't really taste like
Yeah.
much. And then as soon as I started drinking these, I couldn't go back because they're so flavourless.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
Dries and stuff. These
Yeah.
just, I like the bitter and the. So,
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah. But no, there are nicer beers out there, definitely.
Rescue helicopter.
Yeah. Got a big camera on the
Not a rush.
Yeah, he's coming.
He's banging along. Like, that is seriously. Ah, is it cold or warm? I can't. Make up your mind whether. Just one whole free range chook. If you plan this really well, you can actually go to your butcher with your brine, and the butcher will cryovac it with the brine in the brine. You can leave that overnight. This is only going to be left for like 2 or 3 hours, but ideally you want like 4 to 24 hours. Now leave this, it's cool here, so I'm just going to leave it on the ground, but if it's a hot day, leave it in your fridge.
A few
More tins.
later.
Alright, testing the awning out. It seems to be doing very well. The wind is going up that way, which is not good for it, but yeah, it's doing well. So now, chicken's been on the go for a little while. Sorry, I'll just get all this camera gear out of the way. First thing you want to do is drain this. Ugh. Nothing in that brine that's bad, it's just water and salt and stuff, so totally fine to pour on the ground. Now, find the end of my piece of wire. Now this is a stainless steel wire. I think it's like a 304, which is food grade. You don't actually, contrary to popular belief, you don't have to use 316 stainless to be food grade. 304 is food grade. Now, I just want to wire this up. So, there's nothing too delicate about it. You just kind of start from the middle, hook it at one end. I might get a better camera angle on this so you can see. Okay, so you put a little hook over it, wrap it round, and you go double it back, actually. What I might do is go round once, then round the wings. You find the other end and you hook it back. This is not an exact science, this is all approximate. Hook that, so that's pretty good. Chuck your shoulders under there. And then you go the other way, put the legs together. We're all just getting changed because it's really cold. Okay, you get those legs together and then you do one around the other way. And the reason for all these wraps is because when it's hanging off the tripod, you want to be able to move it to all different angles. Garlic skin. You know how to move it to all different angles. So having lots of bits of wire across it mean you can kind of flip it quite easily. Now, what we do is double that over. Then I haven't got a chain or anything, so I'm just going to use a piece of wire. You can use string won't burn usually. So pretty long bit, and we'll go over to the tripod. The air temperature here is so cold that I'm actually a bit worried about how long it's going to take to cook because like
Which way is the heat blowing?
it'll just fluctuate because it's going to cook for a few hours. So done. And I can just undo that and loop it on somewhere else later on if needed. What do you guys got? Chips and dip?
Chips and dip. That's it. And nibble.
Yeah. Oh no, we've got like, that's not going to be ready for like a good 3-4 hours.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I'm going to go wash my hands,
Yeah, that'd be right.
get all the raw chicken off them, and then I'm going to smash some of them. I guess that's sort of leads me on to like your review things. You buy, and like stuff that you'd actually spend your money on, you buy a lot of like really cheap stuff and like make it work.
Yeah, I love like
And-
eBay stuff. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Now, I am too much of a coward to do that. I am way too much of a coward. I'm like, nah. It's because it's easier. Like for me,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be let down. I don't want to be stranded, particularly when this is my livelihood. Is that something like, do you ever just get tempted to just like throw money at the problem and just go, all right, let's just chuck a,
Yeah.
you know, just chuck a manager 30 into
See,
it?
I think
It depends on what the product is, because every product has, everything you use has like a different weighting of how important it is. If this thing doesn't work,
Yep.
how crucial is it to my livelihood?
So my chair flew into the fire. Boys caught it quickly, which is good. But bush mechanic it. Just cut one of the wings off. Bush mechanic it together. We're still good. But yeah, it's the problem with light hiking chairs. They do fall over a lot.
Look at that.
That's good.
It's new.
It's good as new, mate. Might put some. I've got rocking chair attachments for it,
Yeah.
and they make it a lot more stable. So I might actually
Oh, okay. Yeah.
chuck my rocking chair attachments on. They're good.
Yeah.
That's all right. Make it work. Prepared.
Oh,
There you go. Wouldn't even know.
No.
Bit nicer, boys.
So much better.
We just moved the 80 over.
Windbreak.
Between that and the awning and the car, it makes all the difference. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
My chair was like ice beforehand. It was like
man, I was so cold. Oh, it's so much better. Great.
that one is doing very well, Harry. This is a thorough test.
I agree. It is doing very well. All right, it's bloody cold. We're making food. I've just been chopping up some potatoes because we're going to do a potato bake. So give me 1 sec. I'm just going to get some oil. So camp oven, bit of oil on the bottom. I am making this recipe up on the fly because why not? Bit of oil in the bottom, quite a bit because you don't want it to stick. And I've been chopping these up for a while. So you put a layer of potatoes in there. Tell you what, this is a whole different thing, cooking in this cold. It's just, my hands are freezing. Okay,
to watch. I don't know if this chicken's getting
Chicken, is chicken getting black? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, cheers for the heads up. So, probably throw a little bit more in there. Decent bit of coverage on the base layer. And then we're going to pour some cream on. Not too much. Sort of looks like that. Roughly spread it around, and then we add more. And then we're going to add some sweet potato as well. So we do the first couple of layers just potato, and then we'll do some sweet potato layers. Oh, nearly forgot, some onion layers as well. Really thin rounds of onion. I reckon it's probably 0 right now. 1 maybe degrees. If you're wondering, it does actually get this cold in WA. But it only gets this cold like at night, not this early. And when you've been, and there's not as much wind when it's this cold. This is like windy and cold. The wind chill is a big factor. Now I'm leaving all the skin on this stuff because it's where all the nutrients is. Cut everything nice and thin. Look, I would love to have a mandolin or something for this. Make it really easy to slice, but I don't. I'm in the bush. So you've got to do bushy stuff. Top layer, I like to do some sweet potato. Nice big pieces. They squish it down nicely. All right. So we'll put that in as is, and then we'll add some cheese later on. Let's do it. Alrighty, so I'm just going to move some coals over here. Towards the back. Chuck our camp oven on there. Alrighty, we are good to go. Why is it as soon as I hit record, my brain turns on? Like before that, my brain was turned off. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I hit record, and I'm like, you haven't got the thing. Man, even the oil over there is actually like going all like cloudy. Yeah. Okay. Where am I? Welding gloves. These welding gloves suck.
How do you make a crappy welding glove?
Oh, easy. I've just started selling like really good ones, cooking gloves. They're like 10 times thicker. These ones just, I'm so used to my good ones that when I use these cheap ones, I'm like, oh, this sucks. So I'm putting cheese on here. Just normal everyday cheese, lock all the flavour in. Crisp that cheese up. I reckon we'll be good to go. That's been on for about, what, 20 minutes? Half an hour, something like that?
Yeah, probably half an hour.
Very hard to judge temperature. Look, the recipe is going to be in the video description. Have a look at that because, I mean, it's just chaotic here at the moment because of the temperature. So my measurements aren't as accurate as they usually would be. I'm happy to leave the cheese on the table because it's pretty much colder than the fridge.
We're living in the fridge right now.
We're all in the fridge. Alrighty, we have a chicken. So let's unwrap this guy. Unshackle his legs, or her legs, I don't know. Could have been a male, could have been a female. Oh. Perfectly cooked. Oh. All right, boys, come on over here. Come on, put your plates down here. No worries.
Cheers, legend.
In a titty.
That's it.
Some extra meat there.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, so let's try the chicken first.
Yep. Yeah. Oh wow, that is really tender. That is so tender.
Go in here. Over here. That is so tender.
Yeah, that's the thing that scares me always with chicken is one of the biggest fear is always dry chicken. But that is unbelievably tender.
Yeah, and perfectly cooked. Like it's all cooked through, obviously. You can see it is. That's
cool.
That's good
Yeah,
chicken,
that is
right?
really. That is good.
Oh yeah. You can chuck up some more salt on it if you want. Yeah. Okay. The chicken's good.
That's good.
Now let's get some spud. This is going to be not photogenic, but
That's alright.
delicious.
As long as it tastes good, that's it.
All right. Oh, get you a bit of crispy bits on top. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I should probably have grabbed a fork. Oh no, I've got a fork here.
Yeah,
That's so good.
Yeah, that is really good.
Oh man. Took a few hours.
Hey,
we don't
alright.
care.
It's worth it. That's it.
Done well.
All right. Now this episode doesn't end here. Doesn't end here. Because this is not a normal cooking episode. This is a fire talk episode. So we're gonna sit down, have some dinner, have a few more beers, chat. Then we're gonna catch up with you in the morning to go to our next location, which is the pub.
Someone else gets to do the cooking.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, it smells so good.
Freaking amazing.
To answer the questions, we'll no doubt get, yes, it did go extremely well with beer. Can you guys attest to that?
Very good.
Yeah,
Very good with beer? Yep, good with beer.
10.
The boys are washing up because they're champions. And yes, I have forgotten to do a gratuitous B-roll twice in a row. So I'm going to replace this one's gratuitous B-roll of the food with gratuitous B-roll of Blue Rag. Let's go. You enjoying the warm
I
water?
wanted to stick my hands in dishwater so much.
I'm going back over the fire.
The next day.
Well, that night was rough. I slept fine, except when the storms rolled through, and the wind was just pelting in this way, so everything is wet. The chair's wet, side of the car was getting hammered. The whole car was rocking like crazy. This awning just did an amazing job. I don't peg them down very often, but that wind, I'm so glad I did. How'd you guys go?
Pretty good. Yeah, it was definitely windy. Like I reckon near 50k gusts.
Yeah,
last
I
night.
reckon easily, easily.
Yeah, so I have a hot water bottle though, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It was cold.
I was actually plenty warm, but just rocking around because I was facing into the wind. And now I need to dry everything as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. That's all right. Have a fire, put the grill down, and then just start drying stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and also like we loaded some big pieces of wood on there last night. Nah, no way that fire was surviving that. It pissed down. So we didn't get the snow we were hoping for, but we got a Hey, we woke up to a clear morning. We got to sleep in because it was raining. So you know what it's like. It's raining, like I'll just get up later. So, and we're in no rush to carry on. We'll probably leave here at like 11 or something. So yeah, all good.
Oh.
Testing out your new air system.
Yeah, so I literally put this in the night of the trip, so I'm just testing it out to help get the fire going. And
Those Azito ones suck. They're like all or nothing.
it was like $6.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It was like the cheapest one in Bunnings.
Yeah, but just so you know, like when you try it, don't expect to be able to do anything delicate.
Oh yeah.
It's just it's like just straight away, full power. All right, let's get this fire going. Make a coffee. So keen for a coffee. All right, got a coffee. Now, just trying to dry everything off. Bags, tea towels, gloves. A little bit smoky, but at least it won't be wet. Oh, I sound like shit this morning. Bacon, eggs in the go, mate?
Yeah, sure is.
Bacon, egg roll again?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Warm myself off of it.
Yeah. A little bit of firewood left. Perfect amount for today. Oh, coffee. Come at me. Oh, it's so good. All right, brushing my teeth, and it's happened. It's snowing. It's also raining. Sleeting. But this is a good sign. Cool.
Yeah, because when it snows, like it's just, you still get sort of wet, but it's not as bad. Like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's all nice and quiet, and it's just like, oh, it's beautiful.
Not like this. Whew. All right, so packed up, got in the back in the car. Everything is soaked. Tried to do our best to dry everything by the fire, but it's just kept raining. So, and yeah, the Delica squeals like hell on startup. I need all new belts. Drives me nuts. Trying to dry out my jacket. That jacket's been a lifesaver, by the way. It's the guys that go camping and overlanding in Perth hooked me up with it. It's a nice Patagonia one. I only got it like a week ago, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so glad I have this right now. Shut up, car. There we go. Peace. Okay, so the guys just putting the fire out, and then we will hit the shut up, car. Once it's warm, it's fine, but it ain't warm yet. Next stop, Dargo Pub, counter meal, dry off. Then we'll go and set up camp in the rain. Camp in the rain. I will try and film an episode. I don't like my chances of successfully doing it in this rain. It's very hard to film a good episode in the rain. I'm so glad I got that bush company awning put on before I left, because without it, I would have been screwed. Absolutely screwed. It is so good. And just, yes. Always put your fires out thoroughly. That one's out nicely now. Had 2 big buckets of water over it, and it's obviously bucketing with rain, so it will continue to go out nicely. Yeah. I can't really see much at the front. It's so foggy. Alright, I've just been complaining about the rain. 3 minutes later, the rain stops, and shut up, Delica. Snow. Legitimate snow. Ah, it's all just drying out. This is awesome. It's amazing how much it just dries out as soon as the snow
as soon as
starts.
snow comes, the rain just turns to snow. Like, it's crazy looking at it over there. Like, it's cold.
Yeah, big bits.
Yeah.
Shut up, squeaky boy. I can't wait to get those belts fixed on that.
Yeah, I reckon.
Oh, all right. Well, let's hope like hell it continues at Dargo. Gotta say, the heater in this thing is definitely not keeping up with, you know, these sorts of temperatures. Actually, my throat seems to be better. Actually, I haven't lost my voice as badly. But yeah, it's still very fogged up. Back's very fogged up and muddy. But on another note, this is like slick, sort of muddy, slippery roads. I'm in 2-wheel drive. We're doing 70 k's an hour, and honestly, this thing grips well. These, like a set of good all-terrains on this sort of stuff, it feels like I'm running my muddies. Like, I'm really surprised it has not slipped a wheel once, and like I've got, you know, it hit the skids, it brakes really well, accelerates well, it's really planted feeling, so except for the belt squeal. Yeah, very impressed. The tyres are a Toyo AT3, by the way, and in a 31, and they're bloody great. Made it to Dargo.
Made it to Dargo, the iconic.
The iconic pub.
Iconic pub.
Bloody tourists. I'm gonna do mine when hopefully if it's raining less later. Good mate, how are you? Sick.
How are you, brother?
I think being in Victoria, I have to call it a Palmer. I'm not allowed to call it a Palmy, apparently. Fuck it, I'm still calling it a Palmy.
Been looking for you.
That's how it is.
WA, they call it palmy or palmer?
Palmy.
Palmy.
So you got it wrong then. You obviously have it wrong.
I had the boys over just
Alright, we had our counter meal, we took our photos like tourists, and had a bloody great 24 hours. So that's the end of it for this sort of, I don't know, it's not really a fighter talk, it's just a camping episode, which is unusual, but I do them sometimes. And thank you so much to the boys from Aussie Arvos for showing me around, and we've got a couple more days of this, so make sure you head over to the Aussie Arvos channel to follow exactly what we did on the whole trip. They make bloody good videos, much better than I do, and they're really good blokes. So cheers, see you in the next one.